I may not be Wicked Wiz, but I am Silent Joker 45. I don't know how Wicked Wiz does that from video to video. My name is Wicked Wiz, and I'm man of my word, and I'm standing outside of your house. My name is Wicked Wiz, and I'm standing on a chair. Anyways, but here we go, guys. I kind of do want to talk about Xenoblade Collector's Edition. I can't fall asleep right now, so I might as well make a quick video to see how that goes. And honestly, I wasn't gonna make a video of that, but I'm like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. What's wrong with Xenoblade Chronicles 3? That was trying to get their hands on the special edition. I mean, to be fair, you know, it was gonna be limited stock, so and they had 2 attempts to do this correctly, but still, holy crap, people got their copies and they celebrated once again. So the problem with getting Xenoblade Special Edition that came with an art book, the steel book, and the game is that they had that special edition at the My Store on Nintendo, even though you could have this at Best Buy, GameStop, Target, anywhere else. They set up with a My Store. No big deal, but that overflowed the traffic, and lo and behold, you know, people were waiting in queues for like 10 minutes, 15, 20, etc. I mean, if you're waiting that long, even like an hour just to get the damn copy of the game that you waited for a long time to play, you might as well say, well, that wasn't worth it. And once again, like with the PlayStation 5 and Xboxes, scalpers everywhere. Scalpers, man. They're everywhere. And that's a shame because I guess some people were really happy to play that game. Now or even just to have that edition, to show it off to Xenoblade fans, to show off to folks, friends, to say this is something cool that is interesting to have. But even we just talked about, like, you know, owning stuff right now for a collector can go up high for the right price, or even to the right person, it'll be there for the right price. But damn it, just even look on eBay, it's really scum to see quadruple the prices just for what people will do just to make a profit. Shame on them. But the downside of that is that why is Nintendo of UK opening the pre-orders again for a special edition that comes with no game, Nintendo. Of UK, I can get something like this, even though I had this for about a little bit like 3 years now. Sadly, unfortunately, it's a little bit destroyed, a little bit here and even underneath here somewhere. But I got this because I was a fan of the original. I played that constantly on my Xbox, and I wanted to relive the memories again, and I wanted a copy of my own. But there's a collector edition for $7.99, $8.99. I think it was $7.99, and I got it, and take a look at this. Oh my goodness. I love it. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you're pretty cool, Bob. Look at that. It's pretty cool, right? I must say, this is a really cool plushie to have. But I also got the game in the steelbook, and there it is, the game itself. But you know what? Even better, I met one of the voice actress. And it's signed. It's signed. It's signed. That is awesome to have. She was awesome. She was wonderful. I told her that this is a Brianna signature who played this Catherine, or Quathrin, or the pronunciation of all the different Catherines. Kind of hurts my brain a little bit, but that's awesome. I told her, like, you know, this is one of those entertainment that changes you forever, and that was one of them. And also, I get an art book. I get an art book, like all the different characters, all the different designs. I'm trying to show off one that isn't too risque for YouTube, but take a look at that. Take a look. That's awesome. And you know, I'm not gonna open up the other one, but because that one is just gonna stay not open. But where is it? I get a CD. $7.99, $8.99, can't remember the price tag, but folks, talk about I got a good deal on that, and that was pretty awesome right there, if I do say so myself. And that is, I'm going to show off the other one that I have right here. But even here, what about stuff that's in limited edition, like, you know, limited physical editions that won't be sold again after a while when all the copies are gone? Well, you're not too wrong about that. World End Syndrome. I actually pretty liked it. Now, World End Syndrome is not going to do anything too new with the visual novel scenery, but it's still a pretty effective visual novel in the anime style format. And honestly, you not only get yourself Nintendo of UK. I hope you. I'm not. I'm trying to politely call you out here, but you get the game. You, you get the game along with it, and I think this is a pretty awesome game. A visual novel mixing romance and investigations. Discover who or what killed a high school girl, and if the legend of the living dead is true. Basically, it's a small town in the middle of nowhere in Japan, but with a dark secret. What secret is that? I'm not going to tell you, but I will have to say. Keep an eye on the picture here. I might be worth something later. And honestly, this is an art book. The art was done by one of the no, not Xenoblade, Blaze Blue. There you go, one of the Blaze Blues artists. And honestly, this person has talent that I'm like, that's pretty good. And if I would like to show stuff up, but I will be careful because this will feature spoilers in the game. I'm not gonna show off the main protagonist, but I will show off the wonderful ladies you have a chance to meet across the game. One more. I mean, look at that art book. Look at that. It's a pretty good art book, and I'll even show off some of the wonderful guys along too, but I'll show off some, not all of the things that you will get to see and experience within the game, because some of them I do want to save for yourself for a little bit. So hopefully I'm not not that one, not even that one, but I can do this. Show you off that one quickly. I'll show you off that one because I want to show the other one. Yeah, that guy was kind of creepy. But you kind of get the point. I got some really cool stuff in here. They actually are pretty awesome. But I would like to show you off some of the environments. I wish I was in grayscale right now, but I want to be. But take a look at that. You get yourself an art book. You get yourself a game and an art book. But this was only cost me $50 to get because it's on sale. But I guess, back in the day of the digital stuff, when this was only available on digital, we didn't have stuff that was quite in the English language, so people were just kind of guessing on the translations on where we go for this part of the game, where we don't go. But because of that, we kept posting, and I guess we did get some limited run games to get a physical edition. That this is the stuff that people want to own. This people want to play, own, and there is a sequel in the works. So if you want to play this before the sequel comes out, I highly recommend it. PlayStation Store. It's also on Nintendo Switch. So there you go. I just gave you a visual novel, free money for this company that people are gonna play because it's pretty good. I honestly love this. I beat it on digital. I accidentally deleted my save file. Crap, accidentally. And then I'm like, you know what? Let me just pick this up again and play all over from the start. And worth it. Multiple different times to get through. But also, as I keep mentioning, that Cast on Full Body is like $7.99, $8.99, depending on the price tag. Where I remembered, or $69.99. So that's not too bad. This is like $15.99, but I could look up right now, and I just did. Because I'm the Flash. No, I'm not the Flash, but I did look up in previous recording. This is like my third time recording this darn video. It's $102 on Amazon. I told you they were in limited stock, and it ran out, and those who are willing to buy will buy a copy, but in the wrong hands, things will get jacked up. Like I said earlier, prices are going up, and I did state that this was going up, and there it is, $102 on Amazon. What about eBay? There's got to be some people on eBay willing to give up. The highest one is once again $102. A little lower than that, like $8.99. These are the Japanese language, or with English subtitles. So I mean, there is only an English link. There's only a Japanese dub, no English official translation. In fact, I would love to have this as in an English language, so I can hear now all the voices in English, but also to hear what they changed and didn't change in the dub, but also that might get butchered depending on how things are going. Because, but honestly, this is one that I'm surprised that did not get censored by Sony. So I guess we got lucky, but not too lucky. It is the but that is the rating across the board, Panky 16. So it's like, okay, so a rated teen game. So it wasn't too bad, honestly. It was just some wholesome fan service moment. That's what I will say. But again, Joker, you're going about back to that price range. You're saying that I understand why maybe this Nintendo of UK is doing that. Probably it's to get the scalpers off. Maybe it's that which let's just sell them the book and steelbook. But that's you're not even getting a $60 game with that. At least make it like $40 or $50, or at least make it fair and reasonable, or give them a digital code. But there's one game that I have here, which is the reason why I don't get too many collector's editions anymore. Because I knew what I was getting into. I knew exactly what I was getting into. Now everyone's saying right now, no way, are you serious? Oh no, we're not done yet. You know that this they don't make manuals like this. Remember when we used to have manuals in our games, or like lores, or like you see like so cool little history stuff. I wish I had the manual because I'm not running downstairs to go get the manual, but that's right, guys. I got it. I know people were complaining about Cyberpunk when it initially launched and everything, but you know I did pre-order that before the launch, and I was lucky enough to get a copy. But I, yes, it was nominated for the VGA awards. Stop. You know, Jeff did say if we're out between this month at the start of the year to here in November, before November 15th, you are allowed to compete for this year. If you don't get out between that time, you are allowed to roll over to next year. So it was all fair game. Music will always be subjective. I was happy that Cyberpunk was nominated, but good job for Reincarnate Near Replicant version 1.22 for winning. I still think the winner should have been Cyberpunk or one of the other nominees, but good job for Near for winning, in my opinion. But that's not even the best part of this collection editions, and even I would have picked another game to be nominated for RPG. I'm not gonna lie, but congrats to Tales of Rise for winning that year. But that's not even the best part. Everyone's like, if that's the $250 collection edition, you know what's coming. And my friends have seen this in my videos or photos beforehand. Everyone's like, what? $250. I've seen this on eBay go like for $150, so that's not too much out of the ordinary. But guys, $250. Not even the Morgiana figure that's I believe it's a bit taller than this was that expensive. But honestly, this is probably like easily like $100 alone, if not $150. But what's the real reason why that thing cost me $250? Take a look at that. That's the box it comes in. No, you get two boxes. This is like the Russian dolls. You get a box within a box within a box. But that supports the figure that comes in the box of its own. And what's this? $250 collection editions, my friends. But it's not just that. You see, you get stuff in here as well. You know, obviously your steelbook, the game, everything else. But you get stuff that is signed by the employees. And good luck to CD Projekt Red employees for the future. I know people like to give you crap about this game, but you know, you'll find the silver lining. As my friend will say that at least there's a silver lining to some people. Like, they got the game out, it made money, then, you know, they did refund a lot of people, but did I enjoy the game for what it is? For the most part, yeah. Glitches and all, and I'm still mad or frustrated. Hell, the game crashed me like 5 times within a half an hour back on the PS4 before I had a PS5. Yeah, that was frustrating as hell. but I stuck through it all. But you also get some other stuff. Obviously, they do label with like this was a card chain. That one sadly broke. I think I could find another one on eBay for a cheap price if it's still reasonable. You get stuff that has more pins, patches. If for those who want to cosplay your V, so I think that would be look sick on a V cosplayer. I'm not even gonna lie. And then like this is like stickers, but you also get yourself a honestly kind of a cool comic book esque like thing, sightseeing what to do, make your dreams come true, Night City. But then you also open it up, you see all this stuff in here going ammo. As someone who got the guide is like, this is pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome to have the people to go beyond with those collector's edition. But also, wait a second, that's engraved. You got a bunch of artists here. Then the art book. The art book is pretty sick. These are just some of the things you get in the art book, which is honestly it's pretty cool to have. And honestly, you see the story being formed within these art books. I'm honestly still ashamed that we didn't get the game that I was promised, and like a lot of people were promised. But end the day and all, I still really enjoyed Cyberpunk. But also, like I said, this is $250. Like $69.99, $7.99, $8.99, whatever the Catherine was again. That's that price. Limited edition runs of physical copies that that may or may not be out for too long. That will definitely vary and depend. And even something like Cyberpunk, at least you start to understand why that price it is. It's $250. You got a statue that easily can go for $100 to $150. You got your steelbook at like the price of that with the game that you can get, and all the extra goodies in there that I just showed you, even with the art book, is like $250 seems to be very, very much reasonable. But then why is Nintendo of UK or getting the pre-orders open again for Xenoblade Special Edition? It's costing you $89.99, so basically $90 US and whatever it is over there for the UK and European markets. Not getting a game is now it's because now one thing that now we're going down to the second hand video. Obviously, I've been saying stuff like Amazon, eBay right now. Basically, people want to sell this thing at a higher price. That honestly could be a good logical answer to that. But it was one of my buddies. He's the one who has his own video, which is shorter for him, but much longer for me. Is it scalpers? Like it could be scalpers for another thing. It could be them not having some odd reasons. I know the European side of Nintendo has been very weird. An old video back in the day that someone's like, ViewTech USA, I believe it was, that like was trying to get the guy from Nintendo not fired, but like questioning his business managers. Like you got more Pokemon Eevee than Yellow, something that aligns like that, kind of being rude to players. But it's like you do start to question like why is this? Like even stuff that isn't getting re-released. Like the collector's edition for God of War Ragnarok, the Jolton, and the collector's edition. I don't think those. I've been hearing mixed things. Maybe they have physical gains with them, maybe not. But one that I do remember, that Horizon Forbidden West, if you got the collector's edition for that thing, no physical game. No physical game. That means you paid money. So Sony and even Guerrilla Games, you made this awesome collector's edition that I want to show you right now, because again I'm recording this video like 3 different times for your game. It looks awesome, people bought it, but they also found out that there's no game, despite them knowing that there's no game then, and they knew that from the start for the people who did bought it. Why? It's also kind of like for me trying to find copies for my manga Sekirei that I'm trying to get, but some of these copies are just either not in stock or they're not reprinting to. I should have just bought the copy regardless, and I would have been happy, because now I have volume 1, 2, 3, 4. No, volume 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and no. I have certain volumes that are missing that I have to, buy the manga copies online, but each of the bigger books are at least about 2 volumes a piece. So volume 1 is like volume 1 and 2, 2 is 3 and 4, The third one would have been 4, and it would have been 5 and 6, but I have to read that online because where is my copy? I don't know like where it is, so maybe that's why. So maybe our stuff getting out of print. But that's for mangas. For a game like this is like a big game that you want people to play it. Why not just give them a digital code? But then again, the digital code is a digital code. But at least it would have a game that's for the digital code. Like hell, even like Fallout 76, they don't even have like that game. It's just a code for you to download. I know it's something else, but what I've been saying constantly through this video is that it's very weird that, well, at least with the state we are in right now for collector's edition, because there are people that will be willing to buy a steelbook like this, even when they don't have the collector's edition, or they could buy a collector's right now for I don't know how much it is, or they could be all out for all I know. There are willing to pay for these collector's editions and add more to the library, to the repertoire. But is stuff getting too expensive? That could be one thing. Is it stop scalpers from getting the game and skyrocketing the price to an unbelievable amount? That could be too, but until I get more of an official statement by Nintendo of UK or even Nintendo of Japan on why they're doing this, I'm just gonna speculate and wait. But then again, it's not too hard and to understand why this is happening. Scalpers are everywhere, not just for video games. Trading card games, films, everywhere. Like they're been buying a bunch of stuff and reselling them online. Hell, even that one video of guys going into Walmart at the door waiting for it to open, and they're like go to the card aisle and just buy up all those baseball cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Digimon. I think Digimon's still around. Yeah, Digimon's still around, but Pokemon, it's getting ridiculous. So maybe that's why they're like, we're not gonna get them games, just get them the special edition. But then you'll be saying that, but you don't have a $60 game. Why is it $89 now? Why not bring it down to $69.99? Then it's like, okay, reasonable price, or $59.99, reasonable price. But then you could be looking at everyone else and saying like, well, then why did I just buy like a $90 game with the steel book and the art book with the game, where I easily could have waited for this re-release at a cheaper price? So maybe that's why they don't want to do it, because everyone's going to be saying, well, I want a refund, give me a refund. So who knows what's going to happen. In fact, even I've been saying that, even something on the PlayStation side of things, that the more collector's editions that we get, and are we even going to be seeing physical games in these collector's editions? Like, it would help maybe reduce the price a little bit, but then again, it's like, if I collector's edition, I expect a game to be in there. Or maybe not anymore. Maybe I'm just that old school fashion where I just want a physical copy of a game in a very overpriced, but for a very good reason why it's overpriced, because of all the time, detail that is either in the figure or else whatnot. But hell, even like Atlas Soul Hackers, like I think the collector's edition was kind of a little bit lackluster. Like, yeah, sure, there's a plushie, there's a few other things that go along with it, and steel, but then again, like, what if people just want a steel book? I don't know. I don't know why they don't do that. Sometimes they do, but again, those are questions for another day. But I think at the end of the day, for me, Nintendo of UK, maybe they need to get it together more often. Maybe they need to have a board meeting and be like, guys, what are we doing wrong? Or can we talk to our HQ in Japan to be like, you need to help us out right now because we need more copies as soon as possible. Or maybe Monolith like, it could be a lot of different things that I don't even know about behind the things of the behind the scene things that we don't quite see yet. But that is just one man's opinion, and I think at the end of the day, hopefully they turn around, and hopefully for the Xenoblade fans, you guys get your games. Hopefully you enjoy the game and have fun with it. Until then, guys, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions about this video. What are your thoughts and opinions on the whole Xenoblade Fanatic thing that's going on right now? Hell, are collector's edition just going to be what they are now? Collector's edition, no more games, and it's just all the stuff that you can see more like that could happen or not, or maybe not. But until then, guys, my name has been Soundtrigger45. I'll see you guys next time.